Welcome to Best Car Fixes. This is Muhammad Harun Idris. Please subscribe, share, and like. Today, Alfa Romeo 2017 2018. We are trying to diagnose this car because while the car is running, the year of this car is 2017. Our object here today is to check it first with a regular diagnostic tool to see. They say they need a programming. The check engine light is blinking. We don't know why. I don't see no misfire, but I want to check the credibility of Maxim 608 on a diagnostic section, how it is effective. Please subscribe, share, and like. So I'm gonna go by VIN, auto detect. By the way, this car here, there is no switch, no nothing here to start the car. And where it remote is, the key is look like this. And to start this car, if you don't have a steering column, you cannot start it. Or if the clock spring go bad, I believe you cannot start it anymore. This is the start stop button, ignition switch. You push it on, the car start, and while you're driving, your ignition switch button is going around with you. If you notice here, it say we have service electronic throttle and check engine light is blinking. That's the navigation system. Let's try to see what code we have. Let me put the window up. This car have a sunroof. It's good. So I'm gonna say okay. Let me see after decoding. He said GA-Giulia. Good. That's the model of the car. Okay. I'm going to say yes. And let's see if we can diagnose it now. It's communicating with the car. 2017 is already recognized the car, European car. I have the oil level and service oil level sensor. Maybe the sensor itself is no good. And also throttle. It says service throttle. Let me give gas. Let's see what code we have. The battery was almost dead. We charged the battery again. But we're gonna see what it is. This is the mark. Here is his radio. You know, by turning this knob out, you can go to radio, media, phone, navigation system, and app setting. Okay, and keep going. That's here. Cluster. I don't know what you need to do on the cluster. Warning buzzer volume, phone adapter, phone repetition, audio, navigation. Let me see what. Okay, I don't need anything there. So let me to see hot function, what it has. Oil reset. You remember I say oil sensor. Let me see what you need by oil reset. If I can do it here, I will be happy. I already buy a subscription. If you want to use the tools to do this car, I believe is oil change, ECM, reset oil information, instrument cluster. Because I see something here. So let me see which one is supposed to be. Engine must be off. Ignition on. Let me see what message you say. Service oil level sensor. Okay. Say okay. Ignition. Say ignition off. Ignition on. This command updates the parameter related to the engine oil change and initialize value of the oil level in the control unit. Warning, the procedure must be performed in the event of oil change. Okay. Key on MAR and engine off. The process shall be allowed only if the following conditions are fulfilled. Key on MAR. Engine oil temperature must be greater than 80 degrees. I believe so. So engine temperature is 98 and engine oil level is 586. I don't know, is that mild? So let me continue. Parameter related to the engine oil change in the control unit. So let me see if we say continue, what's gonna happen. What the difference before and after. You remember that place here is not there anymore, it disappeared. But the oil change is there. And it take 78 seconds to maybe almost like 2 minutes or 1 minute and a half. 17% is counting down. but we have the side of throttle body is there, and the collision detection sensor also is there. But let's finish with this one first. Please subscribe, share, and like. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. This is Muhammad Harun Idris, and I say hello and good morning to the people on the other side, which is Australia. Be safe. And also I salute the people on this island, Papua New Guinea. Hello, and thank you for your support. And all Australian people on the other side of the world and all over the world, thank you for supporting my channel. And I do my best to give you the information that I know, and together let us see what is the solution of problems of cars. This is 2017. That means we are 2022 going to 2023. That means soon it's going to be about 10-year-old car. 2017, about 4 years, it's going to be 10 years, but 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 7 years, 5 years. It's okay. The technology at that time, now and tomorrow, is going to be something different. But always, the most important of working on the car, after sending the command, turn the key to stop and wait for end of the power latch control unit to switch off. Say okay, turn the ignition off, open the door and close it. Now this is the time that the power will latch off or turning off, I believe so. And I believe this car have a Tiptronic, like you can use it like manual, like you can go from first gear, second gear, third gear, 4, 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and go down to downgrade it. Here we have all the buttons for reset phone, mute, volume for the radio, convenience while you're driving. Also, I noticed that the steering column is not circle. Here it have kind of a little bit of top. No ignition switch here, no push button on the dashboard. So don't go and look for push button here or there. While you are holding the steering column, just push button here and the car will start. Push it here, the car will go off. Here is the switch. We have a small speaker here. Door lock, unlock are related here. And the air conditioning air will come to you while you are driving through here. That's good. The mirror on, off, some functions. I believe here is all we need to do for opening the sunroof or closing it. I believe a lot of functions. It tell me to open the ignition on. I turn the ignition on. Did I have that message? Service oil level sensor. Let me see now. Service oil level sensor. That means maybe the sensor itself. Maybe the sensor itself have a problem. Start, stop, unavailable. Service electronic throttle body. So I'm gonna go, because of the check engine light blinking, those codes are still there and they never go nowhere. I'm supposed to just turn the ignition on, not start it, but I did start the car. Okay, oil level 5166, parameter relating to the oil change level control unit. I'm gonna say this is the same thing. So let me see what they're gonna say again. Let me see what they're gonna say. Procedure end. Click OK. I say OK. Let me see on the instrument panel. Let me see what you need. Be sure the tool is set in metric unit, not imperial unit, which is good. Go back, say continue, in progress. Service information has been reset, say close. So I have two places to reset. Let me turn the key off, start it. Start and stop is disabled. You need that one. That means there is a problem with the car, within the car. What I need to do, I gotta go back now, go to diagnose. What you need to do is auto scan. I'm gonna scan everything and see what I have in this car, and do I have to use the dealer tools or not. So stay with us till the, oh my goodness, engine computer have 8 fault. Stay with us to see what's going on. Okay, now let's see the report. 8 code in the engine control module. I'm gonna wait for, I'm gonna see the line. Okay, we have evap code, mass airflow limiter sensor A circuit, turbocharger, supercharger, bypass valve and control circuit, air charger, coolant pump control circuit, mass air volume follow circuit. We have a circuit problem. Engine oil level sensor high circuit. It looked like this car have wiring issue. Flywheel self-learning active. Wow. Transmission TCM system voltage excessive, missing operation mode system message. DTCM drive train control module 4 code, lost communication instrument panel, lost communication with the ECM PCM, missing message, invalid receive message. We have a lot of messages. Anti-lock brake, voltage, steering angle sensor insolid. Wow. Brake fluid general electric failure, airbag occupant, internal ignition working condition signal, IP instrument cluster. This car have a lot of codes. Electronic control signal failure, amplifier signal failure. There's a lot of code in this. Please read it. And electronic control unit circuit. I'm not gonna ESP electric steering. Breaking news in signal parking pump park assist module. Oh my god, cluster. There's a lot of code in this car. Front right door handle sensor general electric. Sorry for that. Okay, what we need to do now? We have all the codes here. I don't escape. What do you need to do? Save it. I'm gonna save all this. Save all data. You can say Alfa Romeo. No. Okay. I gotta go back. Now, I don't know if I say save. I say save, but did I write it? Save. You have to see it safe, then go back. Now what do you need to do? I'm gonna turn the engine off, ignition on, and I will run the complete test, clear it, and then we see what happened back. Because you cannot just go and judge the car based on the first. I'm gonna clear all the code, reset it, and then we see what happened. I'm resetting it and I see light keep coming on and up because resetting the computer is there. Service oil level sensor. Now it keep erasing and it may be retested again. If the code is still there, still erasing BCM10 code. There's a lot of code in this car. So what you need to do is, the next time we are going to put the original dealer tools using the dealer tools and see what is the requirement and what's going on. Okay, I reset the whole car. Still everything is blinking. And after that, you know, like no fault, but we have like 6 fault or 7 fault left. So those are serious fault. After this line, we have evap valve control, evap vent valve control, low turbocharger bypass valve control, engine oil sensor, flywheel self-learning. All these are very drive assist system module missing message, instrument cluster, drive assist. So we have like 4 codes that they never go away. So I'm gonna leave this one now. We know we have some codes that need to be fixed. It's every time I look here to start the car, but here is the button. So I'm gonna start it. Still we have stop start unavailable, and we have also the check engine light is blinking, and those codes that are in engine, one of them is flywheel self-learning. Okay, what about ABS? Also we have something, drive assist, but flywheel self-learning. Let me see what is that. That's very funny. Okay, let me go back now. Go back, control unit, powertrain, engine, special function. Do we have that one here? Flywheel self-learning. I believe this one. Phonic wheel replacement, flywheel, no. Okay, oil change, we know. Motorized throttle replacement, adaptive parameter deactivation, power limitation. Let me see this phonic wheel replacement on the engine. This command is used to reset all the timing edge that are learned each time the engine is start. All the adaptive parameter of uni-air module and phonic wheel from the control unit. If the procedure is not performed, the control unit cannot precisely estimate the air and the petrol rate of the following consequences will most probably result in possibility of unjustified diagnosis of the component. Okay, let me see now. Phonic wheel replacement. Let me see. I'm going to turn the ignition on and say OK. This is a pre-check with the regular diagnostic tool, and then from there we can go to the higher tool, which we're going to have the next video using the dealer tools, because we cannot do programming with this in case there is an update or programming for the car. Turn the ignition on. This can take some time. Okay, I'm going to start the engine. I say OK. Okay, this is a manual one. It says start the engine and let the warm up. Engine 77 degree, which is normal, with the gearbox in neutral. That means in neutral. So let's see here. Can I put neutral? Why I cannot put neutral? Neutral now. Okay, they say the car is in neutral. Give gas 6,000 RPM. One time. Two time. I did it. I gotta say okay. All these are tests. Procedure complete successfully. Makes sense. Hopefully this one will eliminate the problem of the throttle body. Say okay. Let me turn the key off. Say okay. Key is off. Say okay. I don't even see the... Is the key was off? No, key was not off, but it's okay. I forgot to turn the key off. Say okay. Procedure complete. Say okay. Okay, let me start the car now. That sensor is there. Check engine light have to go off unless we have a problem with the throttle body. Code is there still. Motorized throttle body. This also is to run the correct throttle body adjustment. I will say okay. You have to look all the coolant temperature and all the system. In the ignition have to be off. Temperature, all this good. Say yes, continue. You have to be sure all this aligned. And then we go to the next. Please, I can make some mistake or I can anything, but just put in your mind if you want to deal with those cars, you have to have the procedure is okay. Okay, continue to turn, press continue. Turn the key off and wait for... Okay, I turn the key off. Turn the key on. Say okay. Procedure end. Okay, let me see what is there now. Still I have a throttle body control and I have a check engine light on. So let me go back. Face front left, intelligent alternator replacement. You know, like there is a lot of things that you have to do and learn about those cars. I just trouble code now is one engine computer. I have all this code. Engine, sensor, mass airflow limiter, circuit. You know, like it look like there is electrical short here. We need to check all this. When you say circuit, that means wire problem or fuse problem. Please subscribe, share, and like. We're gonna use the other computer and look for all this code. And if you have anything, let us know. See you in another video. Please subscribe, share, and like.